Ketone Bodies. Waktu carbohydrate metabolism ke waktu SPM?
Tak ingat doktor.
Ingat. Okay, carbohydrate metabolism. Do you still remember anything about ketone bodies? I'm sure ada dalam carbohydrate metabolism. Ke tak ada? No?
Lupa dah.
Ada. Kalau bila glucose not present, right? And then
yes. Okay. I'm okay. You already you have learned about ketone bodies in your carbohydrate metabolism, but still we do have this topic in lipid metabolism. Okay, because we are going to discuss in more details in terms of mechanism, because it has a big relationship. Okay, it has a big connection with fatty acid oxidation. Okay, so if you still remember, can you give a general description of what do you know about ketone bodies? So what is ketone bodies? Ini one small topic lah, okay, on ketone bodies. Okay, that's why I'm decided to discuss this topic today, 1 hour punya lecture. Okay, so ketone bodies. Okay, ketone bodies is a water soluble molecule. Okay, it's a water soluble molecule. Okay, so remember this. It's a water soluble molecule. It has a big difference from fatty acids. Okay, so these ketone bodies are water soluble molecules. Okay, obviously it has ketone groups. Okay, it has ketone group that being produced from fatty acids in the liver. So basically we know that fatty acid oxidation, the end product is acetyl-CoA. Okay, I hope you still remember your fatty acid oxidation. Okay, the end product is acetyl-CoA. Okay, in the excess of acetyl-CoA. Okay, in the excess of acetyl-CoA. Okay, so it can undergo another mechanism. Okay, we know that the production of acetyl-CoA from fatty acid oxidation, it can go through the citric acid cycle for the complete oxidation. Okay, to generate ATP, to generate energy. But in the excess of acetyl-CoA from the fatty acid oxidation, it has another fate. Okay, this acetyl-CoA, it will have another fate, which it can undergo ketogenesis mechanism, which this mechanism only occurs in certain conditions. Okay, so in certain conditions, we are going to discuss on that later. Okay, so we know that the acetyl-CoA produced by oxidation of fatty acids. Okay, produced by the oxidation of fatty acids can be further oxidized via the citric acid cycle. Okay, however, it still can have another fate, which is it can undergo ketogenesis in the presence of in certain condition that triggered the ketogenesis mechanism. So okay, as your friends mentioned just now, okay, so ketone bodies are produced by the liver during various scenarios, during various conditions. Okay, what do you think the conditions that can trigger ketone bodies production? Anyone?
fasting.
Okay, fasting. What else? Lagi?
Keto diet.
Keto diet. What else? Lagi? What do you mean by keto diet? What is keto diet, by the way? Have any one of you practiced keto diet?
So kita ada.
Sorry?
So kita ada.
Kita ada? Keto diet. Okay, so what is keto diet? So how, okay, what is the diet? Is okay. In terms of you punya nutrients, so what is keto diet? Are you taking a very high diet on fat? How about the carbohydrate? How about your protein? So basically, keto diet is something when you practice, you are taking a very high fat diet with low low carbohydrate. So that's one is keto diet. Okay. Apart from that, other conditions, okay, like starvation. Okay, when you undergo starvation, prolonged fasting, or you have a very intense exercise. Okay, intense exercise, or when you are under alcoholism's condition. Okay, a very severe alcoholism. Okay, it can also trigger the ketogenesis mechanism. And also for those for person that have untreated type 1 diabetes mellitus. Okay, you know that diabetes mellitus, we have type 1 and type 2. All right, so what is type 1? What is type 2? Do you have some idea what is type 1? What is the difference between type 1 diabetes mellitus and also type 2 diabetes mellitus? For the ketone bodies ketogenesis, person with the untreated type 1 diabetes mellitus, it also can trigger the ketogenesis production. Okay, so during this condition, okay, during this this scenario, it can trigger ketogenesis. Okay, for example, during prolonged starvation, also fasting, also in diabetes, we know that glycogen, okay, glucose has been used, okay, also lactate is being depleted in liver due to gluconeogenesis. Same goes to glycogen. So glycogen stores in the body, we know that glycogen stores is a ready use, okay, is a ready use energy. So glycogen stores only can last for 24 hours. Okay, only can last for 24 hours. So after that, ketone bodies is produced, okay, as an alternative energy source, okay, for the body. So that's how you can relate the importance of glycogen, okay, glycogen stores, and also the ketone bodies. Okay. Okay. One thing, okay, one important point that you need to know is where does this ketone bodies produce? Okay, it being produced in the liver. Okay, okay, we know that production of acetyl-CoA from the fatty acid oxidation is in mitochondria, so that acetyl-CoA in liver mitochondria is converted to the ketone bodies. It can be converted to ketone bodies. All right. So ketone bodies from acetyl-CoA, we know that acetyl-CoA is the intermediate, important intermediate in the formation of ketone bodies. So there are three ketone bodies. We have acetoacetate, we have hydroxybutyrate, and also acetone. Okay, have a look. Okay, have a look on the structure of these ketone bodies. Okay, in terms how can you differentiate between these three ketone bodies? Okay, okay, certain books they they mention that acetone and acetoacetate are true, okay, are true ketone bodies, but certain books do not agree with this statement. Okay, but we can have a look, okay, on the mechanism so that we can discuss whether we can accept this theory or not. Okay, so this is ketogenesis process. Okay, so how can ketone bodies can be produced from acetyl-CoA? Okay, how ketone bodies can be produced from acetyl-CoA? We know that ketone bodies, okay, there are three molecules that known as ketone bodies. Okay, we have this acetoacetate, okay, beta hydroxybutyrate, and also acetone. Okay. All right. So these are ketogenesis. Okay. So basically, it starts with acetyl-CoA. Okay, CoA, we know that it produced from fatty acid oxidation. Okay. mainly from fatty acid oxidation that triggered ketogenesis. We know that acetyl-CoA, we have other sources of acetyl-CoA. Can have from glycolysis. We can have acetyl-CoA from where? From protein metabolism. Okay, there are other sources, but mainly acetyl-CoA from fatty acid oxidation that triggered ketogenesis. Okay, let's look at the first step, okay, of ketogenesis process. The first step involves condensation between two molecules of acetyl-CoA. Okay, two molecules of acetyl-CoA. So these two molecules of acetyl-CoA condense together to form acetyl-CoA, and these steps, this condensation step, require thiolase, okay, thiolase enzyme, okay, or also known as acetyl-CoA transferase, if I'm not mistaken, okay, because it tells that it transfer, okay, the acetyl group of one of the acetyl-CoA and to combine with this acetyl-CoA to form acetyl-CoA. All right. So the second step involves another condensation between acetyl-CoA with the third acetyl-CoA. Okay, this acetyl-CoA undergo condensation with acetyl-CoA that catalyzed by HMG-CoA synthase. So this is the enzyme that catalyzed the second condensation to form this HMG-CoA. All right. So HMG-CoA, you are going to meet this molecule again in the cholesterol metabolism, because HMG-CoA is the key intermediate in the biosynthesis of cholesterol. Okay, take note. So now we met two. Okay, one HMG-CoA in ketone bodies, and another one later. We are going to discuss on how HMG-CoA act as a key intermediate in the biosynthesis of cholesterol. Okay, so basically, if you look at this step, okay, this step basically resembles the reverse reaction of citrate, the reverse of the thiolase reaction of fatty acid oxidation. Okay, so basically it resembles the reverse of thiolase reaction. Okay. Okay, then, okay, HMG-CoA now undergo degradation, okay, to form acetyl-CoA and also acetoacetate, okay. So it is degraded to acetyl-CoA and acetoacetate by the enzyme of HMG-CoA lyase. So basically, it undergo cleavage, okay, it cleave, okay, this HMG-CoA into acetoacetate and also acetyl-CoA. All right. Okay, and this mechanism, okay, on this mechanism, this degradation reaction, okay, this lysis reaction, basically, it analog, okay, analog to the reverse reaction of citrate synthase. Do you still remember your citrate synthase enzyme in your carbohydrate metabolism? Citrate synthase.
Yes, in TCA cycle.
All right. Okay. So have a look at that reaction that catalyzed by citrate synthase. So basically, this reaction basically analog to the reaction that catalyzed by the citrate synthase. So that it has that relation. Okay, it either it resembles or is it analog, okay, to the reaction catalyzed either in carbohydrate metabolism or other metabolism. Okay. So one thing that we know that HMG-CoA is a key intermediate for cholesterol biosynthesis. Okay, for cholesterol biosynthesis, and it also one of the intermediate in ketogenesis. So one thing that you need to know that this enzyme HMG-CoA lyase is only present in the liver. Okay, it's only present in the liver mitochondria. So that, okay, so therefore it does not interfere with cholesterol synthesis that occurs in the cytoplasm. Okay, so it's two different enzymes that utilize the same molecule. Okay, so that we have a different location, we'll have different product. Okay, so HMG-CoA lyase only present in the liver mitochondria. Okay, because we know that ketogenesis occurs mainly in the liver mitochondria. So basically, any cells that have mitochondria can take up these ketone bodies from the blood. Okay, so basically, ketone bodies are present, okay, in the blood, but the concentration of the ketone bodies is increased when it undergo that condition that we discussed just now. Okay, when it undergo low levels of glucose, it undergo that when there is no enough glucose, so the level of ketone bodies is increased. Okay, so all cells that have mitochondria can utilize ketone bodies, can take up glucose ketone bodies from the blood. Okay, then this acetoacetate can undergo reduction to produce beta hydroxybutyrate that catalyzed by this enzyme, beta hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase, and at the same time, this acetoacetate can undergo spontaneous decarboxylation, which it removes carbon dioxide, okay, to form acetone. Okay, so this is how ketogenesis mechanism, okay, how does the reaction involve from the condensation, and how from acetyl-CoA it produces HMG-CoA, and from HMG-CoA how can we get these three ketone bodies. Okay. Okay, now we have these ketone bodies. So what is important of this ketone bodies? Okay, we know that it's being produced in the liver mitochondria. Okay, so basically once it produce these ketone bodies, it's going to be released. Okay, it's going to be released. Okay, and carried, okay, by the bloodstream. Okay, to the peripheral tissues. Okay, sangkut nak sebut. Okay, because it's a water soluble molecules. Okay, unlike fatty acid dia tak boleh. Okay, it cannot cross the blood barrier. Okay, unlike fatty acid. Okay, we know that fatty acids is insoluble water molecule. Okay, so it cannot cross the blood barrier. So, but for these ketone bodies, it's water soluble molecules. Okay, it can diffuse, it can across the blood barrier, so it can be carried, okay, across the bloodstream to the peripheral tissues. Okay, so in the peripheral tissues, these ketone bodies will be converted to acetyl-CoA for the energy production. Okay, so apart from peripheral tissues, okay, so these ketone bodies is going to be transported, is needed, okay, especially for organs like heart, muscles, and brain, okay, for use as energy source. Okay. This, okay. Okay, acetone. Acetone is the less abundant, okay, less abundant ketone bodies, okay, and it only produced in small amounts, okay. It can be used, okay, to characterize the breath of persons in that under untreated diabetes condition, okay, or person in ketosis, okay, ketosis or untreated diabetes mellitus, okay. So this is acetone, okay. There's a smell of acetone, so that we can people with untreated diabetes, it will produce one smell from their breath, okay. okay, same goes to the fasting individuals. So that one is we can, okay, we already know that is acetone, the smell of acetone. So it explain, okay, there is a production of ketone bodies, which is acetone. Okay, brain. Okay, brain, we know that it has been utilized glucose, okay, as their primary source of energy. Okay, glucose, okay, because 60% of all glucose, okay, has been used in the body. Okay. All right, so fatty acids cannot be utilized by brain because it cannot pass through the blood-brain barrier. Okay, blood-brain barrier. Okay, but still, brain, it require a continuous supply of glucose. Okay, apart from glycolysis. Okay, bila there is no more glucose from glycolysis, so gluconeogenesis comes in to help to supply glucose. Okay, gluconeogenesis. But let's say if the level of glucose still drops, okay, now they can utilize ketone bodies as energy source. So we know that ketone bodies is a very important alternative fuels, alternative energy for brain. Okay, otherwise, let's say kalau brain tak ada, when there is no enough glucose for brain, you can imagine what will happen to your body. Okay. Okay. Okay, this one is ketolysis. So what is ketolysis? Okay, so ketolysis is a process of catabolizing ketone bodies. Okay, so it catabolizes ketone. Okay, ketone bodies. So for example, beta hydroxybutyrate, because how they utilize these ketone bodies, we know that these ketone bodies supply energy. Okay, as an alternative energy source. Okay, either for brain or for other tissues. Okay, and in order for the cells to be able to utilize the ketone bodies as an energy, so it need to be break down into acetyl-CoA. So that acetyl-CoA can enter TCA cycle, ETC, to produce ATP and also energy. Okay. All right. One thing that you need to know, when people classify that it has ketosis, it tells us that your body, our body, has utilized fat instead of glucose for energy production. So that there is a production of ketone bodies, so that if the ketogenesis production is not controlled, it can lead to ketoacidosis. Okay, ketoacidosis. So one thing that you need to know is ketone bodies is an acidic molecule. So a very abnormal rise concentration of ketone bodies, it will lower down the blood pH, because it is a acidic molecule. So it can lower down the blood pH. So the system in our body will imbalance in terms of pH. Okay, we need to have a right pH in our body. Okay. Okay, almost all tissues utilize ketone bodies except liver and red blood cells. Why liver cannot utilize ketone bodies? Why red blood cells cannot utilize ketone bodies? Even though we know that liver is the primary site for ketone bodies production, but why liver cannot utilize ketone bodies? Anyone? Tahu tak? Okay, so basically liver, there is no enzyme, there's no enzyme that able to degrade ketone bodies that present in the liver. That enzyme is not present in the liver, so that liver cannot utilize ketone bodies. So the name of the enzyme is succinyl-CoA 3-ketoacid-CoA. Okay, all right, okay. I think this one. Okay, so this enzyme is not present in the liver, so that liver cannot utilize ketone body. So liver don't have that capability to break down, okay, the ketone bodies. Okay, itu keto acyl CoA transferase or their specific name is succinyl CoA 3 keto acyl CoA transferase. Okay, or you can find from certain book use called SCOT. Okay, SCOT succinyl CoA. Okay, transferase something. Okay, so liver doesn't have this enzyme. Okay, that important to break down. Okay, the ketone body. So that's why liver cannot utilize ketone bodies. How about red blood cells? How about red blood cells? This RBC. Okay, RBC is a cell that doesn't have mitochondria. So cells that have mitochondria can utilize ketone bodies, but since these red blood cells doesn't have mitochondria, so it cannot uptake. Okay, it cannot take the ketone bodies from the blood, so it cannot utilize ketone bodies. Ada soalan tak? Any questions? No. So this, okay, so this is the diagram that shows the how this the formation, utilization, and excretion of ketone bodies, the flow, okay, the flow of the formation of ketone bodies to the utilization of ketone bodies by the tissues. Okay, all right. Okay, so this one is on the utilization. I think we have discussed on this, okay, along the way tadi. Okay, you can just read on the utilization of ketone bodies. So, okay, on the regulation of ketogenesis. Okay, so ketogenesis can be affected, okay, by several factors. One of it is substrate level regulation. So basically, there is a control in the release of fatty acids, okay, free fatty acids from adipose tissues. Okay, so this at this stage it needs to be controlled, otherwise it will have abundance of free fatty acid that being released, okay, from adipose tissue. Okay, same goes to the ATP demand. Okay, if demand for ATP is high, acetyl-CoA is likely to be further oxidized to carbon dioxide. Okay, it depends on the demand for ATP. So kalau cells require more ATP, so less ketone bodies will be produced, since that acetyl-CoA is going to be further oxidized to carbon dioxide. Okay, through TCA cycles, through electron transport chain. Okay. So this is another diagram to show the big picture of lipid metabolism. Okay, how does the fatty acid oxidation, fatty acid synthesis, and also ketone bodies is connected to TCA cycles, and also for energy production through oxidative phosphorylation. Okay, if you really menghayati, okay, if you really look at this big picture of lipid metabolism, you can see how beautiful is the flow, okay, of mechanism that occurs, okay, in our body, in mammalian system. Okay, how does the flow of the of every mechanism and how they link, okay, to each other, okay, that runs, okay, that helps give enough energy, that gives us good skin barrier, okay, and how does it interrelated, how does it connect, okay, to each other, how does every pathway, every mechanism have their own important roles, okay, in our daily life. So take your time to really think, okay, the beautiful, okay, how does this our something that we need to be something that you need to be grateful, okay, every day, okay, something that you need bersyukur, okay, something that, okay, more, okay, more you learn about this, the more you be somebody that grateful for what we have at the moment. Okay. All right. Okay. A little bit on ketosis. Okay. Ketosis. Okay. When you have abnormal rise in concentration of ketone bodies in the blood. Okay. We have discussed, okay, what can cause on the the increase of concentration of ketone bodies. Okay, like I mentioned just now, is a condition, is a metabolic state that occurs when your body utilize fat instead of glucose. Okay, so that you produce ketone bodies. Okay, okay. I mentioned this now. Okay, on the it can lower down the blood pH. Okay, so blood level of ketone bodies is lower than 1 milligram per deciliter. So okay, do your own reading on what is the normal level, okay, the pH of our body, and how does this ketone bodies lower down the blood pH. So once it lower down the blood pH, it can lead to ketoacidosis. So ketoacidosis is a very serious complication. Okay, it is a serious complication if it is untreated. Okay, so untreated meaning that maybe you decided to treat by your own way, okay, without understanding your condition. Ada je ramai kan, alright, you want to be a doctor by yourself, okay, alright, or you don't want to have any treatment at all. Okay, so it's a very serious complication, especially for type 1 diabetes mellitus, okay, because it can lead to coma and death. Okay, imagine if the blood pH is go down, okay, to a very low level of pH. So imagine what happened to your body. Okay. All right, so there are other terms, okay, that related to ketosis, okay, either other than ketoacidosis, we also have ketonemia. So ketonemia is explained on the high level of ketone bodies, okay, especially in the blood. Okay, ketonemia is a term that explain the high concentration of ketone bodies in blood. Okay. For ketonuria, okay, it explained on the ketone bodies concentration in urine, but above all these three together known as ketosis. Okay, so basically when we have this abnormal rise in concentration of ketone bodies, either in blood, in urine, or also in the untreated type 1 diabetes patient, okay, this is known as ketosis. Or you can read, okay, you can do your own reading on ketoacidosis. What does it mean by ketoacidosis? All right, so ketoacidosis, it explains on and how acidic your blood pH, okay, can be, and what are the effects that can be caused by that condition, which is ketoacidosis. All right, ketoacidosis. Okay, what is type 1 diabetes mellitus? Anyone? Type 1 diabetes mellitus? Okay, so type 1 diabetes mellitus cannot produce insulin. Okay, how about type 2? All right. Thank you, Shasita. Okay. Insulin can be produced, but there's not enough insulin, all right, to be utilized. Okay. Okay, how about, what do you think? Okay, for pregnant women, for example, we know that pregnant women, some of pregnant women can get through their pregnancy journey. Okay, we know that they have 9 months, okay, 40 weeks of pregnancy journey. Some of them will suddenly can get gestational diabetes mellitus. Do you know what is gestational diabetes mellitus? Okay, so gestational diabetes mellitus is a condition where, let's say, before you're pregnant, you don't have all this, you don't have any problem. Okay, you don't have high BP, you don't have diabetes mellitus. Suddenly, due to hormonal changes, I would say, okay, hormonal changes, because when you get pregnant, there is a changes, okay, of your hormones, a very major changes. Okay, that's why you can see kalau apa orang pregnant mengidam kan, okay, apa lagi, mengidam, mood swing and everything. It can be certain pregnant women can be so sensitive, can be because this is affected by these hormonal changes. Okay, contoh lah, these hormonal changes. To pregnant women, bila okay, certain akan ada mengidam and everything. Okay, I would say certain people akan cakap manja, mengada-ngada, bla 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 kan. Okay, so basically it's not that. Okay, I think it's more that pregnant woman is much affected, okay, by the hormonal changes. Certain people will not experience that. Okay, certain pregnant women, some of them will have a very smooth journey. Okay, some pregnant women will get suddenly will get eczema, will get this diabetes mellitus. Okay, that this diabetes mellitus, gestational diabetes mellitus, is a temporary condition. Okay, we can say that temporary condition, okay, that will disappear after she delivered, okay, a baby. But some people, some women will have that diabetes mellitus after that. Okay, even though before pregnant, she's in a healthy condition, but due to pregnancy, she suddenly got gestational diabetes mellitus, which this condition is temporary, by the way, it's temporary, but it can become permanent after that. Okay, either one. So if she's lucky, if she really control the diet intake, follow all the advice, okay, from the Chinese, so it may lower down the risk of getting that diabetes mellitus after the delivery. So this is another condition that may gestational diabetes mellitus also can get this ketosis. Okay, but be careful, because in that situation, pregnant women, if they suddenly get this gestational diabetes mellitus, and let's say it led to this ketoacidosis, it will have more complications, okay, especially on this delivery. Okay, so because the delivery, pregnancy, is about dua nyawa tau, dua nyawa. So you really need to take care, okay, of the pregnancy, of what you eat, of whatever you take, okay, especially medication, especially your daily routine. So you really need to take care, okay. So try to avoid, bukan try to avoid, because we don't know how that woman can get gestational diabetes mellitus. It's because it's a temporary, because you are in healthy condition before pregnant, but suddenly you can get this situation. Okay, so okay, because later, okay, after this, you will have your own family, okay, you will experience this, so you need to know, okay, jangan terkejut lah. Certain people will experience this, okay. For those who are lucky, okay, you will have a very smooth journey of pregnancy. Okay, we will have different journey, okay, we will have different journey. Okay, every pregnancy is different, okay, even though you have 5 kids now, contoh, macam saya lah, every kids will have different journey of pregnancy. Okay, apa lagi different people, you will have different journey. So enjoy the journey. Okay, but you really need to take care, okay, of yourself, of your diet, of your daily routine, so that we hope that you will not experience this, okay, gestational diabetes mellitus. Okay, bila pregnant you dapat all this, doctor will monitor you more frequently. Okay, because we want to avoid any complications, especially during deliveries. Okay, ada cases yang you kena bedridden during pregnancy for 6 months, ada banyak je cases. Okay, kena bedridden because you cannot move, because it will, they afraid, okay, doctors may be afraid, maybe you will have complications, okay, macam-macam. Okay, there are various conditions related to pregnant. Okay, keluar sikit lah topik Okay, how gestational diabetes mellitus, it also can affected by this ketoacidosis problem. So you really need to know, let's say if you heard of, if you or anybody experience this GM, okay, GDM, we call it as a GDM, gestational diabetes mellitus. Okay, this one is for pregnant women. So it also can be affected by this ketoacidosis. So you really need to monitor yourself. Okay, by looking at this graph, okay, I hope you can explain. Okay, you can. I hope this graph is self-explained on the increase of ketone bodies. Okay, by looking at the weeks of starvation. All right, so we can see that the hydroxybutyrate concentration is much higher than acetoacetate. Okay, it is a proportional increase, okay, to the weeks of starvation. All right. Okay, this one, if we discuss in terms of diet, if we have low carbohydrate and or low fat, okay. Belum lagi kita discuss on keto diet. Okay, when you have high fat and low carbohydrate, is it good? Okay, is it bad for you? I think diet, basically keto diet, if you are doing that in a moderate level, it obviously will help you in terms of weight loss. Okay, but it depends on you should know yourself. Okay, you should know yourself whether do you have any problem with your yourself, with your liver, with your kidney and everything. So that key, I think the most important point is to be whatever you do in terms of diet, do that in a moderate level. Do not, you should understand yourself. Okay, do not do a very extreme diet in the beginning. Okay, try to start moderate. Okay, before you continue. But if you don't have any requirement untuk diet, tak perlulah diet kot. Okay, enjoy life. Okay, enjoy all foods. We in Malaysia we do have, okay, banyak sangat makanan kan. So buat apa diet, rugi. Betul tak? Alright, so okay, let's say if you have a very extreme diet, it can cause a physiological damage. Okay, you will have dehydration, electrolyte imbalance, kidney stress, can concentrate, and also bad. Alright. Okay, sama juga. I'm sure you tahu kan. Okay, let's say kita balik kita pregnant woman after delivery, pantang, waktu pantang after you delivered a baby. Okay, by a culture, kita ada this tradition of pantang kan, semua tak boleh makan. Okay, you need to take a very small amount of rice, you cannot drink too much. Okay, due to certain you as a science student, you should be able to timbang tara, not timbang tara. Okay, you can think. Okay, is it that tradition is good for you? Is it tradition is good for your body? All right, let's say. Okay, there is one myth. Okay, untuk orang pantai ni, you tak boleh minum, you can drink a lot of water. Okay, but in general, okay, for breastfeeding, for example, kan, okay, kita memang we have to take a lot of water. Okay, otherwise you can get dehydration. Okay, you need to take a very complete nutrition of meal. Okay, because we want to replace, okay, because we need energy. Okay, you want to take care of your baby, you want to take care of yourself, kan? So you really need a very good energy. So you need to take a very good meal with complete nutrients. Okay, so do not really, certain people will have small amount of rice dengan ikan bilis, dengan ikan masin, dengan apa. Okay, so kadang-kadang saya kesian juga for those who need certain parents, they have that tradition kan. So in science, in medical, we need a very good a complete nutrient to replace your energy, to regain back, okay, to replace whatever that you have missed from your body, okay, during delivery. So you need to have that. Okay. All right, so we have discussed on this. Okay, a little bit on acetyl-CoA. Okay, so kita dah selesai ketone bodies. Ada soalan tak? No. Okay. Okay, acetyl-CoA. Okay, we know that acetyl-CoA is the central metabolite. Okay, central metabolite for lipid metabolism, for carbohydrate metabolism. Okay, so we know that it can be produced from fatty acids, glucose, okay, through the glycolysis from amino acids and also ketone bodies. Okay, so this is another diagram to show how acetyl-CoA act as an intermediate metabolites, okay, that relate, okay, that connect, okay, all the pathways. Okay, all right. All right, okay, products of acetyl-CoA metabolism. So this acetyl-CoA, so basically it can be converted to fatty acids. Okay, it also acts a precursor of cholesterol. How can? Because we know that in order to get HMG-CoA, it must come from acetyl-CoA. So it requires for the fatty acid synthesis. It also involved in the biosynthesis of cholesterols, because in the presence of cholesterols is going, we can produce these steroid hormones and also by acids. Okay, All right, and also acetyl-CoA is very important to be utilized for the complete oxidation, okay, to carbon dioxide and water to this citric acid cycle and also oxidative phosphorylation. Okay, a little bit on the structure of acetyl-CoA. There are two parts of acetyl-CoA, acetyl group and also coenzyme A. So for coenzyme A, okay, this acetyl group and also coenzyme A, we have this coenzyme A, we have this beta mercaptoethylamine that are located next to the acetyl group, and also we have this pantothenic acid. Okay. So what is the importance of this CoA? Okay, it can be used as a carrier for activated acyl groups. Okay, saya dah tanya ni kan soalan ni. Okay, and also the thiester bond which links the acyl group to CoA has a large negative standard free energy. I'm sure you have discussed on the energy. Okay, in your biomolecules, okay. And this qualifies it as a high energy bond. Okay, we know that the thiester bond is one of the high energy bond. All right, that's it. Ada soalan? I hope you have some idea on what is ketone bodies, on the ketogenesis, on the utilization, and also on the ketolysis. Okay, and what is ketosis? Apa lagi? Alright. Ada soalan tak? So 46, okay. So 46 of you. So I will get 46 attendance lah juga. Okay. Ada soalan tak?
Tak ada, Doktor.
Okay. Tak ada. Anything that you want to ask?
Tak ada.
Okay, alright. So if you really, basically what we learn in lipid metabolism is something that you can relate, okay, with your daily life. Okay, keto diet. Apa lagi diet yang ada selain keto diet? You all buat diet apa?
Low carb diet.
Apa tu? Tak ada diet. Okay, tak ada diet tu best. Okay, apa dah? Apa Nadira?
Low carb diet, Doktor.
Low carb. Okay. So what do you mean by low carb diet? Is it you not are you restricted yourself by taking carbohydrate or?
Saya tak diet, Doktor.
Okay. Apa lagi? Keto diet. What else? Baguslah you all ni tak diet. Baru saya nak belajar. Kan? Diet. Okay, saya memang fail lah buat diet sebab saya suka makan.
Makan je, Doktor. Makan je.
Kan? Especially dessert. Saya hantu dessert. Lagi susah nak diet. But whatever it is, one thing that I would like to advise is whatever, okay, one thing, baguslah you all tak diet. Satu. But if you love to eat, okay, you now umur berapa 20 plus kan? Okay, 20 dah 20 dah. Whatever that you take for your diet, take it moderately. Okay, take it moderately. Okay, especially kalau if you are someone yang jenis suka ambil suplemen, take it moderately. Okay, my advice. I think at your age, okay, okay, this advice has been given to me by one of the prof during my undergraduate. Okay, Prof Mazia, dah arwah Prof Mazia. Dia kata, at your age, okay, Okay, this one for healthy body lah. Okay, if you don't have any problem at all, okay, it is enough for you to take vitamin C only. Okay, kita tak perlulah nak take all the supplements, even though kadang-kadang saya rasa products out there is overclaim. Alright, because at the end of the day, your liver that will have a very big role untuk filter balik. Okay, so certain people, let's say kalau you pergi hospital, you have problem with your liver, one thing doktor akan, the first question that doctor will ask is, are you taking supplements? Okay, are you taking supplements? What are the supplements? Okay, that number one question that will be asked by doctor. Saya dah banyak dah kawan-kawan. Okay, okay, if you have problem with liver, first question doctor will ask is supplements. You taking supplements because your liver will have to work very hard to filter, okay, all the supplements. Okay, because certain supplements, they don't really do a lab test, okay, whether it has effect, negative effect to organs, kan? So diorang banyak overclaim, okay, overclaim that they can do this. Okay, if you don't have any problem, it's sufficient for you to take vitamin C sahaja. Okay, but kalau you nak ambil supplement lain boleh, but take it moderately. Okay, but if once you take supplement, make sure you drink enough water, a lot of water. Okay, it helps to untuk dia punya proses untuk catabolize. Alright, okay. Simple advice pada saya. Okay, saya turunkan balik daripada profesor saya. I hope that this one piece of knowledge, okay, dia boleh diturunkan lagi lah. Okay, and believe that saya memang follow that advice. Okay, I'm not a kind of person untuk ambil all these supplements. Okay, as long as you are healthy, let's say if you have problem, see doctors. But if, okay, you as a biochem student kan, so you can have your own thinking, you can do your own research, try to find paper that discuss on that. Is there any side effects of this? Okay, is there any problem if you are taking this excessively? Okay, try to be scientist by yourself. Okay, do your own reading. Okay, buat you punya own finding. Okay. All right, if there is no other questions, I think that's it. Okay, class. Boleh tak kita discuss kejap on next week? You all ada kelas ke lepas ni?
Ada doktor.
Alamak, pukul 10 okay lah, tak apalah. Nanti kita discuss lah. Sebab hari Khamis saya tak boleh. Hari Jumaat pun macam saya, sebab Jumaat tu is a public holiday kan?
Ya, doktor.
So do you want to have class on public holiday?
Tak nak.
Tak nak. Okay, so do suggest me any other days. Okay, waktu cuti semester ke, because I have one topic on 1st of December, Khamis dah lagi satu, week 7 pun saya tak ada. Saya pun tak tahu macam mana saya nak ganti dengan you all. Okay, so we need Danu help me to find date, okay, for replacement class. So, kena ada 2. Okay, sebab saya tak ada. Satu untuk next Thursday and satu lagi on the 1st of December. Okay, I need to attend one workshop dekat UM. Okay? Okay, Danu?
Okay. Okay,
All right.
doctor.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Sorry for taking your time. Thank you.
Thank you, doktor.
Thank you,
Thank you.
doktor.
Thank you, doktor.